Welcome to our Sunday Spotlight. We're here at North Platte High School, home of the Bulldogs, and we're excited today to feature some seniors here at North Platte High. And let's start out with some introductions, should we?
Yeah. My name is Sydney Barner.
My name is Thomas Ramsey.
I'm Drew Carlson.
Well, this is a pretty exciting time of the year for you. We're days away from graduation, so I bet you're all pretty excited.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, 13 years ago, you think about this, you were ending your kindergarten year. So,
Yeah.
just out of curiosity, where did you go to kindergarten at?
I went to Lake Maloney Elementary School.
I went to Chanute Elementary School in Kansas.
And I went to McDonald Elementary.
Well, it's pretty exciting because, our district purpose statement is about preparing students for the next phase of life, which, in a few days here, you're going to be going across the stage and entering your next phase of your life. So it's a pretty exciting time for you all. So let's talk a little bit about North Platte High School. How well did that prepare you? You've been at 4 years up here right now, and so talk a little bit about your readiness.
Well, I think North Platte High School has prepared me a lot because, most of the teachers, they work with me a lot. I'm gone for sports quite a bit, and so I'm able to just go in and talk to them. If I miss a day, I'm able to go in and be like, hey, I get the work, and they're always just ready to make sure that I get everything turned in on time.
I think it's prepared me pretty well through the activities themselves. Every team or activity you're involved with always has mission statements and statements behind it, backing it. They're always supporting you throughout each season. They're always making sure you're doing well in classes, just preparing you for whatever's happening in your life.
I'd say it's prepared me most through the experience of actually being in the high school, whether that be with your friends or the teachers helping you out, or really just all of the classes that you go into, because every part of the school district is so uniquely different. I think every part of it prepares you in a different way as you grow older and grow more mature.
Well, as you think about, post-secondary plans, I think all three are going on to college here. So you think about academically, socio-emotionally, there's just a lot to be ready for because you're about ready to go out on your own. And so academically, you're pretty sound, and I know all three are pretty active. So how has that prepared you?
Well, I guess I'm planning on kind of going into special ed when I go to college, so that I've been able to get a lot of opportunities just around here, in the high school. I did swim, and Mr. Yonke is the swim coach, and so he's also the special ed teacher here. So I've been able to talk to him about that, while I'm swimming or whatever. It's just been able to help me.
And I think you're being pretty modest here because I think you've had a pretty successful softball career also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I also am planning on going to play softball at Black Hills State University when I leave. So my dad has been my coach my whole life, so shout out to him there. But I always make sure that I work really hard during softball because 4 years ago I was just a little freshman that I had dreams of playing softball in college, and now that I'm actually here, it's kind of just surreal, and I'm this North Platte High School has helped me get here, and it seems kind of crazy to me.
That's an awesome story. Special event having your father as your coach, and I remember when you started actually as a freshman. So, what about you? Now, I understand you were pretty successful in this thing called an ACT test, right?
Yeah. It was just a little bit.
Yeah. Tell us a little about that.
Well, I got a 35 on my ACT this last year. I used the school program that they provided, through the state, to help me prepare for that and study for that. So that helped me out a lot. And that's gotten me a fair amount of scholarships, I think. So it just pushed me and helped me to get into the colleges that I want to get into and provide for me in that way.
Absolutely. You talk about academic readiness. Just so folks understand, the perfect score in the ACT is 36, folks. So this young man is 1 point away from a perfect score. So you talk about academically prepared. He's ready to go. So what about you?
I'm going to UNL for college, and I guess even though it's just a few cities over, 3 hours away, and it's the nearest college that most people will go to from North Platte, I'd say it's probably the best option for me because of the way North Platte has prepared me.
Now, I understand here, I think it's worthy, you've been selected into a special program, I think
Yes.
tell us a little bit about that.
I was accepted into the Johnny Carson Center for Emerging Media Arts, which takes about 35 to 40 students. It's a relatively new program which was created in 2019 for Johnny Carson based on his legacy. And it sort of teaches students about the more art side of technology with filmmaking, virtual reality, directing, and robotics and all that stuff.
And you can tell in this conversation, all three of these students are pretty modest here. Again, now this is a select program, so students all over the world, and they select how many?
35 to 40.
So 35 to 40 students selected for this program. And one of our own North Platte High School graduates has been selected for this program. So congratulations, that's a pretty special opportunity. So, we're going to have, as we talk about preparing students and getting ready for this transition, what advice can you provide? We're going to have folks all over the district and community watching this Sunday Spotlight. So what advice do you would have for a incoming freshman to take advantage of all the opportunities you've had here at North Platte High?
I guess my biggest advice was kind of cliche, but get involved. Where all three of us are in lots of activities, and it really helps get that high school experience, and then also it'll transfer over to college.
Yeah, probably the message here is more than just academic preparation.
Yes.
It's your career in softball and,
Right.
and swimming and all that stuff, that hard work and those team commitments pay off and getting you ready. So
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Not to be a dead horse or anything, but get involved in the activities. It'll help you with teamwork in the future. It'll give you good team values and core values that you'll need for the future, and getting involved in jobs even that far in the future. Not just getting into college. It'll look good on your resume, even though that's not the main reason to do it. But it just it gets your mind in the right place for the future.
perfect.
I would say to just enjoy the experience.
Yeah.
4 years really seems like a long amount of time when you're a freshman, but sitting here being a senior, realizing how fast it's actually gone by, letting yourself enjoy the experience of high school and not trying to try too hard, even though that's probably also a good thing to do, but really just letting yourself be who you want to be, getting yourself involved in activities, doing what you want to do, and just letting yourself enjoy your high school years is probably the best way, I would say, to get prepared.
It's a pretty exciting time. We talk about, I always preach to our principals and our teachers, we have a very short period of time. We have 13 years to get you ready. And, our purpose statement is to prepare students to be productive, responsible citizens. And after this conversation this morning, I really feel like we've done a pretty good job of getting you ready for your transition with all the involvement in your activities and your academic success. This is a pretty exciting time. And this is a proud moment for a superintendent and for your teachers to hear this, because this is what we work hard for. And you certainly have demonstrated, and we're very proud of the fact of all you've accomplished in being involved with the activities and your academic success. We wish you the best in your transition. We're very proud of all you. Keep up the great work.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Well, as we wrap up this year, is there one particular person or several people that you would like to thank for your success?
Well, I guess I would like to thank my dad a lot. He's been my softball coach for my whole life, since I was 3 years old. He just has really pushed me to be the person and the player, especially, that I am today. He's helped me along my journey to get to college ball. And he's been really great. And I know, I talk to my friends about how sometimes he gets on my nerves because he's pushing me, but obviously very, very thankful for everything that he's done to help me.
Perfect. What about you?
I'd like to thank one of my teachers from Kansas. His name is Adam Wilcox. He was like a gifted teacher down in Kansas and my soccer coach. So he's been like with me and working with me ever since like the beginning of middle school. So it's been a great connection to have. We've done multiple projects, just had fun together. He's coached me all through middle school and high school and soccer. Just helped me to improve, and he still stays in touch, wants to know what's happening with me. He'll like do character references, just read over like some of my essays. It's just nice to have him, and he just helps me with everything that I need.
Perfect.
Probably the people I'd like to thank most would be my mom and dad, and then the few teachers that are here at the high school, because honestly, they were the ones who prepared me, and they were the ones who taught me everything, pushed me hard to be the person who I am today, because without them, I wouldn't have had the same experiences and the same teachings to make me who I am today. So really their guidance is what's helped me to get to where I am today.